So the other day, the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special was announced, which will release on Disney Plus later this year. It's somewhat of a revival of the original Holiday Special, and one of the most hilarious, strangest decisions possibly in all of Star Wars history. Because that's what the original Holiday Special was, a complete train wreck disaster. What were they thinking? So with that in mind, today I wanted to go and take a look back at one of the best parts, of which there were very few, of the original Holiday Special released in 1978. The animated story watched by Lumpy, Chewbacca's son. If you watch this on its own, cut into one part without the actual Holiday Special included, it's actually not that bad. It's actually quite unique and tells a story you weren't expecting. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. The story of the faithful Wookie, which is the name of this animation, starts on a rebel base as Luke, Leia, C-3PO, and R2 receive a message from the Millennium Falcon, which has just come out of hyperspace and is on a crash course collision with the base. Chewbacca comes on the intercom and we see a barely recognizable Han Solo hanging upside down in the background.
General, I can't understand what Chewbacca's doing.
Whatever he's doing, there must be a reason. Hold your fire.
We've lost all contact, sir.
Don't know what's going on here with his face or the reason he's upside down. The Falcon narrowly misses the base and Luke, accompanied by 3PO and R2, jump in a Y-wing and chase the Falcon down to the surface of the planet Panna. And this is where things start to get interesting, because we get the first ever appearance of Boba Fett. This is the first time he was ever revealed to the world, and just think, the Holiday Special aired 2 years before Empire Strikes Back was released, so this was almost like a little teaser for the bounty hunter.
Maybe I can help you. I am Boba Fett. The ship you seek is nearby.
And this is also the origins of The Mandalorian and all of Mandalorian culture right here. Everything started with this depiction of Boba Fett, which is quite impressive when you consider how popular and widely known Mandalorian armor is. After Empire, Boba Fett became somewhat of a cult figure. We of course have Jango in the prequels where we see Boba Fett and his origins, the Bounty Hunter game, the inspiration for the Clone Trooper armor and helmets and the creation of the Clone Army through Jango Fett's Mandalorian DNA. We have the Mandalorian's involvement in the Clone Wars TV show, actually depicting the planet Mandalore and more of Mandalorian culture. And of course, The Mandalorian, the TV series. All of that started with this early version of Boba Fett in the Holiday Special cartoon. The Mandalorian TV show actually references the Holiday Special several times. After having captured the Mythrol, the first bounty we see the Mando collect in the opening episode, the Mythrol says he wants to get home for Life Day to spend time with his family.
Yeah, I was hoping to be free for Life Day.
And you know what happens next. Also, the Mandalorian's rifle, otherwise known as the Ambient Phase Pulse Blaster, is the same weapon Boba Fett carries in this cartoon, where he uses it to save Luke from a Panna Dragon. In action for the first time in the cartoon, we also see Boba Fett's cable tie, which he uses to tie up Chewie. Boba carries the Sacros K11 blaster pistol, which is apparently what he also carries in Empire. And this blaster was also used as a base to create Jango's V-Star 34 pistols. And also Boba Fett's jetpack, we see that in use here, which he uses to make his escape at the end. Now, one thing you might have picked up on while watching this footage is the animation style. This was actually pretty decent for its time back in 1978, but you can tell there's definitely a distinct style going on here, something that's been chosen intentionally by the animators at Nelvana. This was the animation company that also created the Star Wars droids and Star Wars Ewoks cartoons in the 80s. Some of the distinct elements of the animation style are the bendy droids. You see them bending all over the place. Han Solo's face, I mean, what is even going on here? I counted only 2 times where he actually opened his eyes. Here and here. And the planet, Panna, is one of the most unique I think you'll see, possibly one of the most unique in all of Star Wars. Green skies and a pink jelly ocean. I love the way the ships just bounce off of this and the sound it creates. I think it's great seeing such a unique world in the Star Wars universe. Would honestly love to see more strange locations like this in more recent Star Wars titles. This planet was actually brought into the official Star Wars canon just last year with a mention in the Star Wars Smuggler's Guidebook. It's cool to see Disney acknowledging the existence of this planet. I'm glad it's out there somewhere. I also thought the voice acting in this cartoon was quite impressive. I think this might be the only Star Wars cartoon that exists that features the full original cast, including Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Anthony Daniels, and right from the start you can tell how good Mark Hamill is at voice acting. He of course went on to become the Joker and many other characters, even though some of the lines in this are kind of corny.
He's firing on us. I know, but I don't think he means to hit us. Chewie's a better shot than that.
Boba Fett is voiced by Don Franks, the Canadian actor who was originally uncredited for the voice. It's interesting hearing Boba not have the New Zealand accent we're so used to, the Tamura Morrison accent that he was given.
You stay here while I get the serum. I said stay, friend. Luke trusted me, and I'm your only chance of getting out of here alive.
But I actually quite like his voice in this. He's quite conversational too, which doesn't really fit the character, but I guess he was trying to befriend the rebels.
I take it you have no love of the Empire.
I don't.
Well, neither do I.
There's one scene where Chewie wants to go with Boba to collect the antidote for the virus that's affecting Luke and Han, and Boba just agrees without needing any convincing.
I'm afraid Chewbacca insists on going with you.
You will only get in the way. But if you must, come on.
James Earl Jones also voices Darth Vader in this, and even compliments Boba on being the best bounty hunter in the galaxy.
To their new base.
This time we'll get them all.
I see why they call you the best bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Very rare to hear Vader giving out compliments. I think it's fair to say that the Holiday Special cartoon is the best of the worst in the Holiday Special. It has a decent story arc, an interesting world, a unique animation style, but if it weren't for Boba Fett and his involvement in this, I think it'd be much less memorable. Even in his first appearance, Boba is mysterious, and it sets up the character in a way where you just want to learn so much more about who he is and where he came from. It kind of creates that Mandalorian mythos that we still, to this day, want so much more out of. And just to think, this is all when Star Wars was still a baby. Only A New Hope had been released, and although it was an international sensation, all the lore and characters were still being explored and developed. It's very early days here, so really fascinating seeing the origins of a Star Wars character. And after this depiction of Boba Fett actually made an appearance in the Star Wars Droids animated series from 1985 in the episode Race to the Finish. I think he has more dialogue in both the Holiday Special and this than he does in all the films combined.
After this, we are settled, size from. After this, I owe you nothing.
The Holiday Special animation goes for about 10 minutes, and I'd really recommend it. You can watch it on YouTube, so I'll link it down below. You should definitely go check it out. It's a good little side quest to watch for some character background and origins, and it's interesting seeing how often other Star Wars titles reference and take parts from the old. Nelvana, the animation company who created this, had a planet named after them in the Cartoon Network Clone Wars series. The planet Nelvan, which is this one here. C-3PO's design in the Clone Wars was also directly inspired by his appearance in the Holiday Special cartoon, so a lot of cross-referencing going on here. So I'd love to know what you think about this animation and the origins of Boba Fett, and if there's another Star Wars animation or obscure title you want me to check out, let me know in the comments. The other day I took a look at the Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures series, which has some really cool Clone Wars and original trilogy animations. You can watch that video here. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord for more on Star Wars gaming, news, and everything else. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.